So, hello. This is my first time ever commentating on a drawing piece, so please forgive me if this is not entertaining. But I thought, okay, so basically my channel's been dedicated to gacha for a while, but I don't really have the motivation to do that anymore because Gacha Club keeps on deleting my OCs. So I thought, you know what? This is probably a better waste of my time anyway. So I decided to this art commentary instead because I don't know if any of you know this, but I can actually draw fairly well. So I've actually stopped chatting like right when I'm starting the sketch. Wow, that's convenient. I got the idea for this piece because I have an OC and her name is Echo Star. She's a really old OC, by the way. I don't make Warrior Cat OCs anymore, but she was like one of my favorites for a long time. Her backstory is basically her mom's name was Darkleaf, and when she was little, they were like watching the sunset, everything was good, but then wolves attacked. I wrote this when I was like 10, so please forgive it. And she was just like, oh no, and then she like fell off a cliff, and the reason at first her scars were like a lot more dramatic because she was inspired by Brightheart. But I decided to scale it back and just make it so since I actually like wrote a bit about her, but my biggest regret in life is actually deleting that because I thought it was bad, and I'm just like, what? Why did you do that? You idiot. But I remember she was like almost knocked off a cliff, and she was holding on with her paws, and I don't know how she would have gotten a big scar from that, so I decided to just give her some eye trauma to the point where her eye doesn't like open, and it like puffs up a lot, and as you'll see in the picture, it's just kind of crusty and bloody all the time because, eye trauma. But at first I was trying to do like scars, but not as dramatic as they used to be. And also I ripped up her ear a bit because I just suppose that might have happened later in life, but not from this actual attack. Her whole arc is like she used to think she was really ugly, and now and after a thing she's like pretty now. She learned the value of like being pretty on the inside, not so much on the outside. Oh my gosh. Right here I just thought, oh my gosh, this girl, her eye just got really messed up in the sketch for some reason, and it like got really, really slanted. And no offense to Asians, but she looked Asian, and I'm just like, that slanted eye doesn't really fit right with me, so I changed it. I actually had a lot of struggle with the expression, like also like her other eye. I was trying to add like a bunch of dramatic scars to it to make it look kind of ugly, but in the end I scaled it back a bit because, like, seriously, how did you get those? I try to think about how a character would get their scars, and a lot of the popular pieces for scars would just be kind of awkward to like slash on someone's body. That sounded wrong. Like, I usually think about it more with felines because that's where I started drawing, but my mind just blanked. No. But basically I was just thinking, how would this cat's claw slash over this person's body? And also, why do they all have shoulder scars how did that even happen? I say this as I used to draw shoulder scars all the time, but now I'm just thinking about it and like, how would that happen? So half Brightheart's face getting ripped off by a dog, it just seems like sort of like an awkward position, especially since her mom was like killed fighting the wolves off, and the whole point was her like taking a sharp turn and sliding off a cliff. So it wasn't exactly like well thought out, her original scars, which is basically just like Brightheart but gray. She used to have like gray spots and stuff too, but now she's a tabby because I thought that'd like separate her from Brightheart. And now she just had some head trauma and it messed up her eye. I imagine like when she first got her injury, her eye was all like a lot grosser than it is now. But I imagine it still like puffs up sometimes, you know, when she's, or like when she battles others or stuff like that. And I imagine she's still blind in that one eye. I think how it would happen is she like sort of like hit her head on a rock or something like that. But I'm not exactly sure how that would happen. But it makes more sense than half her face being ripped off, okay? I mean, maybe she was just sort of like pushed aside and like hit her head really hard and then like started running, but because of like the disorientation, she fell off. Almost. They live on like a cliff, by the way, like a cliff mesa-y area. I mean, they used to live on like an outer wall, but now the same group lives like a bit more internal, like in the valley, because the whole thing was like their camp was destroyed by some dragons. It's kind of complicated. But yeah, I'm writing a new book now, and I just kept her name as Echo Star because I'm not gonna ever talk about her anymore, so I just thought I'll just keep her name normal. I don't have to rewrite her backstory, which is just great. I did not expect this video to be this long, by the way. Like, it's 14 minutes. 14 minutes. I don't know why I talked about that. I need to edit this audio. But, yeah, that's her backstory. Some of this art I was painting, like, next to my friend with my finger. So, like, the stripes on her body that you'll see later are a bit more low quality, and I kind of rushed them, but it's okay. I was just feeling the pressure of, like, drawing in front of a friend. I don't know why I was drawing instead of, like, talking to people, but, you know, that's kind of the story of my life. Painting the stripes was kind of hard. Like, it was hard to, like, get the flow of motion right. I was using this picture as reference, and it was surprisingly hard. I've painted a bit before. I'll probably show some photos in this footage, and if I don't, then wow, lazy. But I've never really attempted anything with like such hard tabby markings. I have one other character that is a tabby cat, but because of like his other markings, it's kind of easy to just like crap out on the tabby part because there's so many other things that you can draw attention to. Well, he started out as a tabby cat, now he's just kind of leaning toward gray. No, he's a gray tabby, but he's just a lighter gray tabby. I don't know why I'm talking about this when you... I'll just drop his rough sheet. It's kind of like more swirly tabby markings, so it's easier to compose than like the actual something realistic like this. I've never attempted anything like this realistic, like I've never had like a full-on reference before. When I started, her eye was actually really realistic, but I just like scaled it back a bit because I thought, I don't like this. I think it would be better. I love it. I have like my dinner sitting right in front of me, but I can't eat while recording because duh. Okay, here's why I fixed the eye finally, because that was terrifying. I was like that. No. Maybe like right when she got the injury, but not now. Not now. I don't exactly know why she's so happy, but I just thought it would be cute. She's cute. In her later arc, I had like a plan for her to like go evil and crazy, but now I'm just second guessing it because her original backstory was like so sympathetic, and I feel like I shouldn't bash her like that. So I did that, and then I like paused for 15 trillion years just staring at it, apparently. I wasn't looking at my phone for the time I was screen recording this, so might have to cut that out. But then I went back to work. I was probably looking at a YouTube video. That would be my guess, so I kept on pausing just to like look at it. But hopefully that speeds up soon. Why am I just staring at it? I'm pretty sure I was like staring at a reference photo or something. like, I was looking up, like, pictures of cats with one eye, and it was actually really hard to, like, find something that actually had scars, because, you know, surgically removing a cat's eye now is, like, pretty easy, but obviously they wouldn't have access to medical supplies, because duh. So I was just, like, kind of, like, looking up and down. I was just like, I can't do anything with this. So I decided to just, like, go with, like, just, like, looks kind of gross sometimes, but I don't exactly know, like, how exactly gross it is at any given point. Does that make sense? It doesn't. I keep on, like, I have a bad habit of just, like, removing the line art just to see if I can make it lineless. And I always just, like, look at it like, ugh, it's so disgusting. Drawings without line art are something else. Have you ever looked at your drawings, like, and just taken off the line art layer? Because I have, and it's disgusting every single time. I don't do well without lines. I've discovered I don't do well without them. So here I was just, like, doing the stripes, and then apparently I just decided that little dot was a big deal. Right here I was, like, color dropping from the actual image, and I was, like, I kept on looking at it, so that's why this thing is so, like, stally and stuff. But yeah, I don't know why I didn't put this in, like, a higher speed during the boring parts, because this is boring. How about we start with a story of my day? I went to a tea party at my friend's house, and we had tea and, like, cheese, and that was fun. I felt really, like, improper, though, even though I was, like, the only one wearing a skirt. But, okay. I just drank water. This is the worst voiceover I've ever done. But anyway, back to that. I made a TikTok with my friends. That sounds like the most cringy thing ever. I'm sorry. I'm a preteen girl. I have TikTok. I own it. I don't get why it's so cringy though. Like, what's wrong with it? Anyways, we made a TikTok together, and they both deleted TikTok, so they're really like, oh my gosh, what nostalgia. And I'm just like, wow, I still have it. And we, you know, laughed about that. I'm not going to show you my TikTok page because I don't like it. I don't like it, but I'm just, like, having fun, so I guess it's fine. Oh, here I was trying to, like, paint fur texture, and it didn't work out well. I can't paint fur texture for the life of me, and I don't know what's wrong with it. Like, whenever I try, I just, like, sorry, the recording decided to cut out there, so listen to pre-production person. Oh, it's starting. Sorry, my phone decided, oh, you're at 20%, and we have to, like, show you right now and stop your voiceover. But, you know, that's fine. So, back to the fur texture thing. I just, like, lightened it up a bit and just made it, like, unremarkable. Here I erased the whiskers because I realized I couldn't, like, color them white. And I thought they looked really weird with, like, the more realistic textures and stuff. So I went in, and then I did some white whiskers, and it was just supposed to be whiskers, but then I started doing eyeshine, and I added, like, weird little circle tear thingies, and I don't really know why I added the tears, and I kind of wish I could just, like, remove them. But then I started doing things I really liked, like adding these little fine white lines to make it a bit more polished and realistic, and adding little, like, eyebrow whiskers. And then, yeah, I finished. That's it. Thanks for watching. Alright, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye!